Welcome. This presentation is on Protection and Advocacy's services and focus areas for 2026. PNA's mission is uniting to champion the equality and inclusion of people with disabilities where we live, learn, work, and play. PNA's philosophy is focused on fostering independence, productivity, and community integration. PNA works exclusively for the client or the person with a disability. PNA promotes client control in decision-making. PNA seeks to fulfill the client's expressed wish within their legal rights. PNA hopes to empower people with disabilities to self-advocate to the extent they're able. And PNA ensures people with disabilities can shape their personal destinies. What is Protection and Advocacy? The Protection and Advocacy Project is an independent state agency that protects and advocates for the rights of people with disabilities within established focus areas. PNA in North Dakota is also known as Disability Rights North Dakota and was established in 1977. There is a protection and advocacy entity in each state and territory. PNA serves individuals of all ages, including infants, children, and adults. PNA also serves people with all types of disabilities, and there are no costs for services. Services are provided exclusively for the person with a disability. PNA does, however, implement general eligibility requirements, including that the individual must reside within the state of North Dakota and the individual must have a qualifying disability as identified within PNA's federal programs. Protection and Advocacy administers several federal programs. First is PNA for Developmental Disabilities, also known as PAD. This program allows PNA to provide protective and advocacy services for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Next, we have PNA for Individuals with Mental Illness, or PAMI. This program allows PNA to provide protective and advocacy services for individuals with mental health disabilities. Then we have PNA for Individual Rights, also known as PAIR. This program allows PNA to provide protective and advocacy services for individuals with disabilities who are not eligible under PAD or PAMI programs. Then we have PNA for Traumatic Brain Injury, or PATB. This program allows PNA to provide protective and advocacy services for individuals with brain injury. The PNA for Assistive Technology program allows PNA to provide assistance with accessing assistive technology devices and services. The PNA for Beneficiaries of Social Security program authorizes PNA to promote employment for Social Security beneficiaries. The PNA for Voting Access program, or PAVA, allows PNA to work on full participation for people with disabilities within the electoral process. The PNA for Beneficiaries with Representative Payees program empowers PNA to conduct reviews of representative payees. Lastly, the Client Assistance Program enables PNA to help individuals with disabilities experiencing challenges with federally funded rehabilitation programs. These could include vocational rehabilitation, tribal vocational rehabilitation, or services offered by Centers for Independent Living. Protection and Advocacy offers a wide variety of services to meet the needs of individuals with disabilities in North Dakota. Information and referral includes when PNA provides information by answering questions and providing education on disability-related issues. PNA can also provide referral to other organizations that may be able to assist individuals. Advocacy assistance is limited assistance for disability-related problems. Advocacy representation is when representation is provided by a PNA advocate for a disability-related rights violation or problem. Legal representation includes representation by a PNA attorney for an identified disability-related rights violation when the issue cannot be resolved through advocacy. Note that PNA does work to resolve issues at the lowest possible level. Protective services are activities completed in response to reports of abuse, neglect, or exploitation of individuals with disabilities. This includes investigating reports of abuse, neglect, and exploitation, and monitoring service providers for quality assurance purposes. PNA provides skills training on disability-related issues and assistance to self-advocacy groups. Legislative and systems advocacy is conducted by P&A to address broad concerns with disability services, rights, and policies. With the help of the public, Protection and Advocacy identifies focus areas to guide its work and the use of limited resources. For 2026, our first focus area is abuse, neglect, and exploitation. Under this focus area, Protection and Advocacy will respond to suspected abuse, neglect, and exploitation. This will include receiving reports of abuse, neglect, exploitation, screening incidents, performing risk management, and conducting investigations of mistreatment. Also under this area, P&A may monitor service providers to ensure quality assurance and mandatory reporting compliance. Next, P&A will complete reviews of entities providing representative pay services. Lastly, P&A will educate, collaborate, and strive for systems change to address abuse, neglect, and exploitation. P&A will do this by training service providers on topics such as abuse, neglect, exploitation, and mandatory reporting, investigations, and therapeutic response. P&A will also provide education on clients' rights for individuals with disabilities and service providers. Our next focus area for 2026 includes community inclusion, in which P&A will advocate for access to community-based services and supports for individuals with disabilities. This includes advocating for people who reside in institutional settings to move to the community and helping those that are at risk of moving to institutional settings to stay in the community. Also under this focus area is education, in which P&A will advocate for the educational rights of students with disabilities due to issues such as seclusion or restraint, denial of least restrictive environment, suspension or expulsion, shortened school days, and denial of 504 or IEP accommodations where there is a risk to health and safety. Also under community inclusion is employment. P&A seeks to address disability-related barriers to employment due to issues such as violation of employment rights, reasonable accommodations, transition planning, transportation, housing, student debt, segregated employment or subminimum wage, disability-related criminal records, assistance with application processes for vocational rehabilitation or independent living services, or denial or dissatisfaction with vocational rehabilitation or independent living services. Protection and Advocacy's community inclusion focus area also includes goals around assistive technology, in which P&A will advocate for disability-related assistive technology, including when an individual is experiencing wrongful denials of disability-related assistive technology to fully promote their independence in school, employment, or community settings. Also within community inclusion is voting. P&A will ensure that voters are educated about the voting process and their rights as voters with disabilities. Lastly, under community inclusion, P&A will work to provide education, engage with partners, and strive for systems change to promote community inclusion in all aspects of life. P&A will do this by training people with disabilities, family members, service providers, and the public regarding disability-related rights. We will also be collaborating with partners, influencing and actively advocating for systems change, conducting outreach to ensure people have knowledge of disability rights and P&A services, and also educating policymakers on disability-related issues. Protection and Advocacy's third focus area for 2026 is criminal and juvenile justice. P&A will advocate for appropriate disability-related treatment and supports within the justice system. This may include addressing issues related to the forced medication process, issues related to youth involvement in the justice system due to their disability, or issues related to individuals with disability not receiving appropriate mental health or disability-related treatment or supports within the correctional system. Lastly, under this focus area, P&A will educate, collaborate, and work on systems change to ensure the justice system recognizes the rights of people with disabilities. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about North Dakota Protection and Advocacy Project. We are here to help you. Please contact us at 701-328-2950 or toll free at 1-800-472-2670. You can also email us at panda_intake@nd.gov or visit our website for more resources and information at ndpanda.org. Thank you.